Puzzle organizing, World Championship, and speed puzzling is on this edition of the Puzzle Pulse. Hi, I'm Sandra from the Puzzling Canadian, and welcome to my channel. This is the September edition of Puzzle Pulse, where I provide a monthly update on what's going on in my puzzling world. In this edition, I will share with you my puzzle organizing, talk to you a little bit about the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship, give you a brief update with my speed puzzling, and if you stay to the end of the video, I will share with you some of the puzzles that I completed for this month. So in the month of September, I did some organizing around the house, and one of the areas I wanted to organize were my puzzles. So my puzzles I have mostly here downstairs in my basement, but I had a different area where I stored them because I couldn't all fit them. I originally had just this shelf here. It's a IKEA shelf, and I wanted to put everything in one space. Now this area here is just a long hallway down in my basement, and it's perfect for storing all these puzzles. It's out of the way. So I ended up doing some organizing, and I had this shelf here, also an IKEA, but this one here is in white, and it was in a different area of my home. So I did some purging and organizing, brought the two shelves here, as you can see, side by side, and then placed my puzzles all in here. Now I know what some of you are thinking. This is an insane amount of puzzles. You are correct. I did a lot of collecting when I started back in the pandemic, and then over the pandemic, we were, there's a shortage of puzzles. So whenever I saw something, I just picked it up really quickly. So through the organizing that I did this month, I took a careful look at puzzles that I'm no longer interested in, because that's what happens. You get very excited, you get a puzzle, and then after a while you realize, I just don't like this one anymore. So I pulled out about 10 of them that I was no longer interested in doing them, and I donated to puzzling friends or to thrift stores. So I'll give you a peek on how I organize my puzzles. I like organizing them by brand. So I start off here at the top. I have my white mountain puzzles. They fit nicely between the shelf and this little top part here of the ceiling. And then I have on the top here my Ravensburgers. I would say probably the most in them here. And then down below I have some hay puzzles. I have quite a few of those too. Schmidt. And then we have Falcon, some Vermont Christmas Company. And then the next little section is usually puzzles that are just one or two. Like I don't have many of these brands, but I sort of try to just group them down here based on what I have. And then further down, I put the 500s that I have here. And then I have some here also in this section. And I've got, here are some 3,000. I have two 3,000 piece puzzles. I have some 2,000. And I have some 1,500 piece puzzles here and some more larger piece. I have also some Ravensburger up here, 500 pieces. Then on this side here are ones that I've completed that I would like to keep in my collection. The Super Bowl for the puzzling world was held in September, and I don't know about you, but I was glued to the YouTube live stream for the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. I'm just fascinated by watching these speed puzzlers, and it was really nice to see the whole puzzling community come together for this one event. And it has been growing. You can see by the numbers compared to last year, this event is getting bigger. While most people were probably following their favorite social media puzzler or the reigning champs from last year, I was following our Canadian team. I was so happy to see many more participants going to this event from Canada, and I was cheering them along the way. I'm so proud of our Canadian puzzlers that went there and worked really hard to put Canada on the board for puzzling. And right now, I would like to acknowledge those who made it to the finals and put Canada on the board. So in the individual final, 75th place came Devon. And then next was in the final 96th place was Agnes, and at 139th was Caitlin. So well done for making it to the individual final. The pairs competition, we had Caitlin and Gabriel, and they came in 54th place. And for the teams event, there was a team called the Perfect Fit, and they came in 26, completing 2 puzzles. And it was Caitlin, Elizabeth, Gabriel, and Alexandra. So congratulations to all the puzzlers who were from Canada that went there, and to especially those who made it to the finals and represented Canada very well. We're proud of you. Another thing that I was watching was which puzzles they selected for each round. So there was a variety that they picked out for the speed puzzlers to complete, and they included puzzles with a lot of sky, light color puzzles, busy puzzles, round puzzles, even art puzzles in the team final. But the one that I think just everybody's talking about is that puzzle that was selected for the pairs final competition. Like when I saw that puzzle, my jaw just dropped. I couldn't believe they picked that busy puzzle for this event. It was quite a challenge, and you saw that in the results. By the end of the 2-hour allotted time, there were only 9 puzzlers, 9 pairs that actually completed that. And so I remember a couple of hours after the event finished, I was going to the website to see the stats, and they still did not have the stats up. And that's because there were 100 people, I think 100 pairs that was in that final. They had to go now and count how many pieces that were not completed for each table. And that must have taken a really long time. So that was a puzzle that, I don't know, was quite the surprise in this competition. With the Great Canadian Puzzle Challenge quickly approaching for the month of September, I've been doing a lot of practicing my speed puzzling, both individually and as a team. Now, I am not a fast puzzler. I've joined this event for fun, and everybody in my team are in the same boat. They want to just go to the event, participate, have a good time. So we have been practicing on a weekly basis. And if you want to see the techniques that I've been doing, there was a video that was released a few weeks earlier. I'll attach the link below, and you can get a closer look at what I'm doing to practice to improve my speed for my team. So now I'd like to share with you some of the puzzles that I've completed in the month of September. And I'll start off with one of my favorite ones that I completed first thing. It's this Nova puzzle. So this Nova puzzle is it's a brand from Turkey, and this one's called Breakfast Table, and I really like their puzzles. Now here in Canada, they are very hard to find, and this one I ended up getting in the UK last year. However, Puzzles Canada is now going to carry Nova Puzzle, and I think they might still have a pre-order. They did a few weeks ago, so these will now be coming to Puzzles Canada, and you can give this a try. Now, this type of puzzle has a glossy finish. So for those people who don't like it, but the colors are really beautiful. This type of puzzle is not my usual type of puzzle, and I picked it specifically so I can do something different, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think I need to get a lot more of this style puzzle. Colors that they put in this image were beautiful, and it made it very enjoyable. Another one that I did, which was my first time completing, was this Art and Fable puzzle, and it is called That's the Point, and it's 750 pieces. Now, what I loved about this puzzle is it says right here, a velvet touch surface. Even the box has this velvet touch surface, and the pieces, just puzzling with those soft velvet touch was really enjoyable. I've never experienced that before. I've never done a velvet touch puzzle, but I liked the image, had a lot of nice colors in there. The sky was very pretty. And I think I'm going to have to get more of these velvet puzzles because I just really liked the feel of it, and it made the puzzling experience much more enjoyable, like a different level of enjoyment. So I'm going to see if I can find some more of these. A Ravensburger collection that I haven't done yet, and I've done for the first time now in September, is the Villainous collection. And I did this one here called Thanos, and it's from the Marvel Villainous collection. I know that there's a lot of Disney ones out there that people have done. I've never done those before, but I do like Marvel. So I've had this for a while in my collection. I kind of avoided it because it is a very busy puzzle, and it did take a while to start. Once I got the outer edge, then everything went pretty quickly with the colors, especially with Thanos there in the middle. So I'm not sure that I do this one again for a second time, but I definitely will pick out some more from their Marvel Villainous collection. One that I selected to work on for the month of September to help me with my speed puzzling was this one here. It's called Animal Selfie, 500 pieces from Ravensburger. And I did it because I wanted to practice fur. So I thought this would be a good one to do that. It's a lot of different types of fur. And I tried to speed puzzle. I wasn't fast at all, but I wanted to get used to looking at the different pieces with fur, and it was quite a challenge. But I did like the image. It was fun, and I ended up finding this in a thrift store, so it ended up being pretty good, and it was complete. Sometimes, you pick up those thrift store puzzles, you don't know if there's anything missing, but I was very happy that it was a complete puzzle, and it wasn't so bad after all. That is the Puzzle Pulse for September. If you enjoyed this video, kindly hit the like button, and don't forget to leave a comment below about any one of these topics. I really enjoy hearing from my viewers and getting their viewpoint. Thank you for stopping by and visiting. Until next time, happy puzzling.